In this presentation, we describe how CEDAR lets projects easily make the metadata they need. There are 3 steps in this life cycle of metadata: build or find a metadata form, fill out the form as many times as is needed, and then view the metadata or transfer them where they are needed. In step 1, to make a form, you'll decide what metadata your project wants to collect and build a form to collect that data. In CEDAR, we also call these forms metadata templates. Often there is a form in CEDAR that you can reuse, but it's also easy to create new forms for your specific needs. In step 2, your project team members enter the metadata required by the form. This produces what we call completed forms, or metadata instances. CEDAR makes sure the entries are appropriate for each field and stores each completed form so that only people who have permission can see it or modify it. In step 3, if you want to use the metadata in some other system, you'll copy or publish the completed form to the place you want to use it. There are many ways to access your metadata in CEDAR, and CEDAR can send certain metadata to some well-known external repositories. In a later video, we will show you different techniques for accessing CEDAR metadata and demonstrate some of them. Now let's demonstrate the easiest thing about CEDAR, filling out metadata. Mostly it's just filling out a form, but the form might be complicated, so let's explore that with this COVID Electronic Case Report form, or ECRF. We won't fill everything out, just some important examples. First, you have to create a metadata instance, or form, based on our template. For this demo, we'll assume someone gave you a link to use in your browser, like in this email. If we click on the link, and we aren't logged into CEDAR already, CEDAR starts by requesting your login. This makes sure you are authorized to use the linked content. You enter your account information, and CEDAR opens up a new metadata instance based on the template specified in that link. If you are already logged in, CEDAR directly opens up a new tab showing the form ready to be filled with metadata. Just click on the first field, or any field, to start filling out metadata. You can type or choose the answer. If you specify something illegal, like ASCII text in a numeric field, you'll see a warning. Some fields, like this country field, are filled out with a controlled set of terms from a controlled vocabulary. This saves people from entering meaningless terms or misspelling their answers. And in some cases, a collection of fields can be filled out multiple times. Here, after filling out the first contact's information, we can click on this copy symbol to create a second set of attributes for the next contact, and can change those entries without affecting the first set. Some form subsections are folded up, so click on the header to open the lower level elements. Finally, we can save the metadata with the Save button. At the bottom of the page, you can see a list of errors, in this case, mostly required fields that haven't been filled out. If we want to see what the metadata looks like, we can click on the JSON LD button. Or, to see the metadata in RDF, we can click on the RDF button. If I return to the CEDAR dashboard and to my own workspace in the CEDAR dashboard, we can see this new metadata instance has been created. With the 3-dot menu, we can rename our metadata instance, make a copy of it or move it, and share it with others. We can even make it visible to the public on the web using Enable Open View. We'll demonstrate that in our OpenView videos.